Good morning. Here to do another race. This one with Rastafari, Retro Dad, Prof Wiggle. As usual, just gonna run it, talk it through as I go. Quite a few people have stated they do like to have these sort of walkthrough guided talking streams, so I'll just keep on doing that. So let's see how this one goes. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Already loving the start. Control GP Rain Runic, I don't love. Alright, so Control GP Rain Runic. I also saw we have Natural Magic on Realm, which is really good. Now, for lack of anything better, we can use GP Rain to get cracking, but we really do want something for us to learn from grind fights. So a shield or an Esper. Either of those would be fine. Just something that we can get started with. And speak of the devil. Got ourselves a Thunder Shield and an earring for free. That's going to be a really heavy looting seed. I probably shouldn't have come here, but I really don't mind shopping a little heavier on a Moogle Cup seed because of how good the loot can be. We got a Super Ball here, so I'm going to go ahead and just sell a couple things. I would like one. Just one will do. So if we get a couple Espers from all these free checks we got sitting around, we can consider sniping a dragon with one. And we're on the lookout for anything that we can crack, mostly rods, because they are cheap in Moogle Cup, so if you can find a good stash of those, they really will just solve seed for you. Alright, so I'm going to do a bit of a reverse path here. We're going to go to Sealed Gate, then probably Albrook, if we don't find anything super valuable here. Up to Zen, and then South Figaro, and we'll get those free checks out of the way with the basement and also Sealed Gate here. Great, double empty. That's a good start to the basement. All right, first half was absolute dog water. All right, that was maybe the worst basement I've ever seen in my life. Wish I could have that 30 seconds back. But if nothing else, we got some money for other stuff, because we do still need some earrings. And maybe we find some rods. And we need the Zen Thief. And we still have the rest of Sealed Gate as well. Alright, and here you just want to step on the bridge right after you cross this area, just so that it changes the way the bridges form. And now you can pretty much just hold down, and then move to the right and hold down some more, and off you go. I'm not going to bother with grind fights. I don't have any Espers or anything to learn, so I'm just not going to worry about it. We also have no real good distinguishable offense at the moment. Some more money. I definitely check this one on the bottom left, because that's 4 easy chests. Well, I could have skipped it. These chests are really, really disgustingly bad. I guess at least I have a bunch of tents? I don't know. Okay, free fire rod. That I'm not going to complain about. So my route's going to be here, down to Albrook. We can do a little more shopping, up to Zen, buy the Zen Thief, head over to South Figaro, do our looting and shopping, go to the basement, do our free check, and then just decide what I'm going to do for my grind check, which with these characters, the main options are going to be Leet and Owzers. I personally prefer Owzers, so I'm going to probably do Owzers. Hopefully by then, you know, I'll get my grind checks in, I'll have something learned, and I'm right next to the dragon. So whatever I have from Espers can be passed around, learn from the dragon, get some levels, and then we'll sort of see where we stand from there. Because we could very well just get a character from basement that might completely pitch me in another direction. I like Albrook as well because it's close and it also has, let me get a bunch of those. It has a good amount of loot in it as well. So there's one in the weapon shop, 2 in the armor shop, there's one before the relic shop, and then 1 in the relic shop. Another rod. Alright, we are super, super solved when it comes to rods to get started. So here's the one outside. We're definitely looking for earrings now. We have 1, but we need more. I'm going to take a True Knight while I'm here. In case I get a VK later, it's good to have that around. It's dirt cheap, so it doesn't hurt to just grab it while you're in the area. You can run behind these tables too, as long as the dancers don't get in the way. Now we just got to start working on some consumables. Alright, green cherries, yes. Phoenix Downs we've already bought. We got tents, and everything else here sucks, so we're out. So now I'm thinking, you know, what if I don't get earrings? I have 1. Is that enough to get me through? And the answer is probably yes, because the one that we have is Realm. I actually have 3 chances to get it, because over in Jador, we will be able to check there if we're going to go to Owzer's. And we don't have to worry about it. I'm going to get at least 1 more. So we can sell that, relic ring. Should be good enough. We have to keep in mind that we have offerings here too. Offerings in Zen. Mostly what I'm looking for in the armor shop. I'm going to get a lot of what I need, hopefully, from looting, but I am looking for things like circlets. I might actually grab one of these. Seems weird, but if I run into Fun Baba, he is weak to poison. So, could just be good to have around, not to mention Poltergeist, if I get to an early fight with a Poltergeist. That could be very helpful, because all I really have are fire rods. Let's sell this too. I do need a few more potions. I like to get those mostly because when I do my grind fights, if there's multiple in a row before a save point, I want to be able to heal and get off level 3 HP. Doesn't matter what level you are if you're at 60 HP and can die in 1 hit. Now, most likely when I'm done here and I've looted the basement, I'm going to be done looting for the rest of the seed. This particular one really just sent you into the thick of loot, so ideally you don't need any more. Although, honestly, the loot has been just profoundly awful. Also, the shops have been really bad, at least the item shops. I have almost no status curables at all. We have no warp stones, no smoke bombs. I'll get a bunch of those. There's our warp stones. Take a bunch of those. I'm gonna get a bunch of rename cards as well. I usually pick up cheap stuff like that in case I go to the Coliseum. I have a way. I just have things that I can gamble. More options to find something good. And the one good thing is that the seed has thrown a lot of rods our way. We have some in Zen, and we have some in Albrook, so we should have no issues restocking if we just don't find any offense from Espers. And you got the 1 shield, which can help a little bit, but I can foresee myself for the first fight or 2 throwing rods instead, just to get through it. And then saving the rest of the rods for actual fights. Well, bosses, that is. Okay, Ragnarok is good. We got 2 girls that can deal with that. I'll just pick the one with the higher vigor, and we will go with that. They don't have very good skills, so I don't really care who uses it. It could be Celis or Terra, but someone's going to be using it. That also puts us in the market for, of course, Atlas armlets and hero rings. We just got a gauntlet that's just going to go flat onto whoever uses it. Chances are it's going to be Celis. She tends to be a little higher on the vigor stat than Terra is. But with the variation in the randomizer itself, it fluctuates quite a bit. Their stats are 100 to 125%, so it's possible that Terra ends up being a little stronger. But we still want an Atlas Armlet or a Hero Ring. Hero Ring preferably. And then she's pretty much going to be solved for the rest of the game. Ideally, we get an Experience Egg, or at least a Strength up. Speak of the devil, there's a Hero Ring. All right. So Basement just had a ready-made melee Ragnarok user. So that is awesome. We're done looting. We're done shopping. We're going to go straight down to whatever it's called. Jador. Go ahead and get our equipping done, and we're going to put the Ice Shield on Realm, or the Thunder Shield, I guess. We're not going to do that. All right, 32 and 35, so it is Celis is the better option. Let's see, you can be Earrings, you can be Moogle Earrings, your Gauntlets, and Hero. Cool, now we're just going to double check our Esper. Ultima, probably just going to put that on Realm. Actually, you know what? Probably not. Let's actually put that on her, so she has something to do later. We're ready. I'm going to check the weapon shop for just any goodies. Illuminas can be in stores, so nothing this time. And we may be on the lookout for stuff like Genji gloves, or that's about it, really. We know where an offering is already. I do hope I saved, because this can still be iffy if I don't get a rod off fast enough. Chicken lips. If you ever see them, make sure to sketch them. That way you can just die. Hope they don't absorb fire. I'm getting this vibe that they might absorb fire. That'd be very depressing if they do. They do not. Okay, good. Good fight to get started. Now, like I said, I like to get off level 3 HP. So we're going to do that. At least we're less likely to get one-hit KO'd from the next fights. We're level 8 with scaling at level 8, so that means I really don't feel like I have to grind heavily here. With rods and all that stuff, we should be okay just to take the boss after we do the last painting before the save point. Rage Ring is emergency Merton protection, so I'm going to keep that around. Absorbs fire. Steroidite. Right, we are just going to crack one more rod on him. I bought 3 for a reason. I bought more than 3 apparently. Gonna get a swing in, and then we're just gonna control him. I'm not gonna use any more rods, but I can like GP rain and attack. Really hoping for a proc, but alas. Cool. Good experience. And maybe even, yeah, Volt 2. Sweet. And Ultima. Now, I don't know if we can cast Ultima yet. We might be able to. If we can, then we're just already solved. Looks like we can cast it probably one time. Alright. No sleeping bags yet, so we're just going to tent up, save, and then just go wreck this boss with Ultima and rods. Just going to quickly do that, and then we'll move Odin down here. Quick save. Let's go. Just making sure we're learning the offensive spells across our offensive attackers. Ooh, we got a go-go. Ooh, that's very interesting. Ooh, this is very disgusting. Well, it would be. If. How do I want to handle this? I don't really want to do area effect attacks right now, because they're very good at punishing you for that. So I really just want to get rid of the red one here, and then I can start worrying about it. Start doing, you know, throw an Ultima out there. Okay, that should kill. I'm gonna actually go here. I really don't want her to die. Let's throw a quick potion. And we really just hope they don't both counter us, because if they do, we might die. Well, chances are Terra won't, because she's going to absorb any bolt spells. Should be fine with that. Okay, good. Actually really clutch procs here. Now I'm trying to decide, do I feel like a dragon is worth it right now? And my answer is not really. We've already learned Ultima and spells on people. And it doesn't have anything particularly interesting, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put Gogo in my party, take everybody else out. And then we're going to go do Gogo's check right now. I don't have to worry about random encounters. I'm just going to save before I hop in the air, before I start flying in the airship. That way I don't get, you know, killed by Doomgaze. Sleeping bags? Okay, thank you. Some Revivifies and some eye drops. Let's sell something. I am taking my sweet time here. But I have like nothing to sell. Striker, perfect. Should be enough to give me 20. Actually, you know what? Just in case I suck, let's get 30. Let's go. Okay, we're going to save, because I don't want to get Doomgazed. And now we're already set up for dealing with Zone Eater with one character. And we already don't have a Moogle Charm on, so it's a nice fast way to do it. First engulf, love it. So we just have to remember to put on our Moogle Charm. Let's see if the game is going to make me menu buffer or not. I do like demonstrating menu buffers whenever I can, since it does make Zone Eater just so much of a better check in general. Right, he is way to the right, which is great. He moved to the left. Of course he did. We're going to wait for him to take one step right from where I'm facing and then jump. Oop, okay, we're fine maybe. There we go. Okay, so he was right next to me, and we got through. So I wait for him to take one step to the right, past where I can face. That traps him there. And then if he stays there while I'm jumping, then I'll smash the menu button. And as the menu is opening, and then as the menu is closing, he's still moving around. So since he can't move to the left of me anymore, he can only move right. So we hope that he just stays to the right and doesn't move right back into my hitbox and kick me down. If you just practice that and see how it works and play around with it, it can really make Zone Eater just such a better check to deal with. Okay, this is glorious. I do love me a little bit of him. These are all really good. I don't think I'm going to keep Gogo this time, actually. I like Gogo, but I don't think this seed is calling for it. Alright, let's save. And in general, you want to 100% go to South Figaro, World of Ruin, and check your half-off stuff. I'm going to loot too, because it's all right in the area. I'm not worried about it. Gives me a little bit of extra money if I need it, because I am kind of short. And I don't particularly care about going to the weapon shop. Not the weapon shop, but the item shop. What I'm mostly looking for here is big weapons or good armor. And then we'll head right out of here as soon as we're done. We just want to make sure we're not going to miss something incredible here. Cat hood is great. I would love a cat hood, actually. Wait a minute. Is he in the front? Okay, good. Just making sure. Cat hood just solves our money issues for the rest of the seed. And it's the best helmet in the game. Slap that on Realm. Be good to go. That's not exactly what we were looking for. We would have loved to see half-off Illuminas or Ragnaroks because we have so many people to wield them. But doesn't always work out. Okay, we're already here. And there's 2 very quick checks, so let's just knock this out right now. I am going to take Odin and move it to him so he has something to do. Okay, let's go. Actually, I can do one thing real quick, which is going to be giving her earrings and just giving him, I don't know, running shoes and Moogle charm. Who cares? He's just around until I can find a job for him. Alright, so we're getting character swamped. But we have some good places to get Espers. We have the throne. That'll be a start. You know, we've got Welk. That's pretty quick, along with Kefka and Narsh. We have front 2 Magitech. We have Floating Continent. Gao's dad's house. Cave on the Veldt. We have options. It is highly likely that we're going to be, you know, higher than 6 characters, but it is what it is. The characters we've gotten are not the best for, like, density of checks. I know I said I wasn't going to loot much more, but you know what? It's fine. I do need armor. My armor is pretty garbage. Alright, so I'm going to go here. I'm going to go to the throne. I'm going to hop out, and I'm just going to go do Cave on the Veldt. It's on the way. It's already in World of Ruin. And we'll see what we come across. After that, my intent is mostly to just go do Gao's dad's house and then go straight into Floating Continent, most likely. I was really hoping he would be dead by now. That's crazy. I was avoiding cracking a rod. I have 3 of them. I really should have just cracked a rod. That would have been the smart thing to do. But I really did expect him to just be dead and not still sitting in front of my face. I'm not worried about, like, I think my party is just where it needs to be. Nothing Shadow has matters compared to the fact that I have, you know, rods and Ultima. I really do not care what he has at all. I don't care if he had shock or throw. It just means nothing to me. I mean, I suppose Magitech might be a thing, but it's just not necessary. With cheap Ultima, it's simply not necessary at all. Hey, Magicites do exist. That's good. I still need consumables. I really don't have all the consumables I need. The seed has been very short on them. Yes, please. Yes, please. You know, actually, after this, I might go see the Coliseum. We got a pretty decent amount of loot. I almost looted. We have Revivifies. We'll take a couple dried meats. In case we get Gao, we at least have a way to do it. And we're out of here. I think I'm going to go to Coliseum first, and then I'll loop around to Cave on the Veldt. We just have every big sword wielder in the game right now. The dragon is also pretty enticing at this point. I'm going to invite Doomgaze if he wishes to show himself. We have Celis, and Celis has a big weapon, so we're just going to hope that she can carry us through this. Actually, you know what? She's not even in the front row, is she? What lovely playing I'm doing. Alright, let's see what we have. Fixed dice, of course. Illumina, lovely. What's it for, though? Chokebore Bush. We only have maybe one of those. She might be dead. Okay, good. Oh, great. That was the worst thing she could have cast on him, because he's just going to come right back. You can't instant death the undead. Funny. Use the sword. Come on. You have a big stick in your hand. My dear, what in the hell? Come on. You can do better than this. I know it. I know you can. I know you have it in you. Thank you. Good lord. Alright. That's going to give Edgar a little something to do. Let me check this Esper, because some plus strength would be great. Would you look at that? Honestly, he almost certainly has higher strength, so we're actually going to remove these from him. Or from her, and... oh my goodness. Let's go up here, and we're going to set him up now with it. Beautiful. I'm actually going to empty her out, and... okay, better. Alright. Love it. Let's get some sleeping bags in. Edgar has more vigor than Celis does, so that's why we're going to put that +2 strength on him. He can hit harder. We're going to go have ourselves a dragon. I'm doing this mainly because that Esper has Berserk on it, which means it's just going to protect us from Magimaster in the future. I'd like to learn it right now before I have a chance to run into him. My offense for Magimaster right now is kind of dog water, except for Ultima, and I don't really want to have to spam Ultima if I can avoid it. As long as it's not a fire dragon, we should be okay. It is a fire dragon. Of course, we'll still be okay, but now it's just slower. Super Ball, if it rolls decent, should kill. And it rolled decent and did kill. Okay, now we can resume my previous plan. That previous plan is going to be to go to Cave on the Veldt, hop out, go to Gauzdad's, and then maybe just hop right up to Floating Continent. We just learned Merton. That's good. Ooh, we got an experience egg. Oh my goodness. So Edgar is going to be absolutely popping off. I'm going to take that gauntlet. What are we going to take off? We'll take off the hero ring, keep the gauntlet, throw an experience egg on him, and hope we find a Genji later. Now melee, anything vigor based in this game is going to benefit way more from levels than anything else. So when you're doing melee attacks, level is factored in twice. So it's actually like your attack times level, I believe it is. Or it's vigor times level. So the more levels you can get, the higher level you're gonna be, or the more damage you're gonna be doing. Let's do that, and Moogle Charm on you would be fine. So levels are premium, and even more so when you're dealing with Atma weapon. And vigor's also good. Now the thing is that there's going to be severe diminishing returns on a single swing. We're going to hit 9,999 really fast. So ideally we get a Genji glove somewhere, and we just put the Ragnarok and the Illumina on Edgar at the same time. But if we find an Atma weapon, that could be good too, because we know where an offering is. So high levels, high vigor, plus Atma offering equals 40,000 damage. Now we hope we don't die here, because I didn't save. If we die here, we're all the way back outside of the Coliseum. That would be very sad. We might die here. I don't know what level we are. Thank God. That was rude. Can you relax? I think probably just a fire rod will finish this right now. If not, it'll be really close. Maybe I'll just crack another one if I have to. Alright, cool. So that was scary. Always beware of not saving, kids, because I was almost instantly killed and set back like 5 minutes. Okay, we're not looting. We have plenty of stuff, but I will check the shop because we are still looking for several big weapons. I also would love a Genji glove. I think Genji glove is on like the top of my list of things that I need, and there actually could have been one at the Coliseum, but I was tunnel visioned by the Illumina. So that would be sad if it was there and I didn't see it, but you know what? That's just what happens when you don't pay attention. I'm not going back. Alright, so we're actually kind of closer to Esper Mountain. So let's go to World of Balance. We'll do Esper Mountain, Gal's dad's house, and then we'll reevaluate. Let's check our Espers. Love it. Now, did she learn Ultima? She did? That's fine. Okay. Don't really need to heal because I'm just kind of busted offensively right now. Dadaluma, we have some physical attacks for you, bud. We also have a poison rod. Most humans are weak to poison, so I'm just going to crack it in his face instead. He might be dead before then, but if not, then he will definitely die. Cool. That's fine. Now we still have the poison rod available for Poltergeist, or for Fun Baba. Cool, cool. We'll check and see what Bismarck has real quick. Cure is wonderful. Let's get on out of here. Gal's dad's house. And then probably just straight to Floating Continent. Unless this is a good character, in which case Floating Continent will be gone. 'Tis not. But it was pseudo calmness protection. Alright, let's heal up. Let's check Phantom. Phantom is magic power. Let's go ahead and just put it on her. Heal up. Save. Up to FC we go. This will help us keep our levels up. It's also 2 guaranteed character Esper checks, so we're really hoping that they're Espers, because we don't really need characters. There's a possibility that, you know, we get out of here with 7 Espers. Actually, we could have 8 Espers. And we still have front 2 Magitech, which is more than enough, you know, hopefully that those are only Esper items, so there's a really good chance that whatever Espers we don't get up here, we can go get from front Magitech and just be ready to go. We're at 11 checks right now, so we're actually doing really good. These guys are weird. I'm just gonna attack. I can't remember what they absorb, but I feel like it's something weird, so we'll just use our big sticks. These guys are super not really worth the time, but it's fine. I'm just glad to see that Doomgaze is off the table. I no longer have to fear him ever again for the whole seed. Magimaster has already been negated with Berserk. I have Ultima, which shreds through magic defense, so I don't have to worry about nasty stuff like Poltergeist. I definitely don't have to worry about this idiot. We can just attack, and probably just win. If not, I got a Bolt 2 ready for him. I mentioned it in all my videos, but you'll see I'm always trying to prioritize the fastest way to kill things. I'm never overqueuing my characters. I'm always picking the most efficient thing I can think of. And speak of the devil. Most efficient thing I can think of here is going to be to Berserk. Then I don't have to worry about his bullcrap anymore. And then we're just going to spam Ultima until he dies. Now, no weight tricking because I don't fear him. He can't do anything but attack me. And the only way I'm going to do decent damage with the Ultima anyway. So I need to make sure my ATBs are filling. Did not matter one bit because he only had 20,000 life. And the two biggest, baddest bad boys in the game are gone. And we are rewarded with an Esper up front. Beautiful. That could have been a character or an Esper. So it's great to see it's the one thing we needed. Don't need to really waste many of my sleeping bags because only 2 people really did anything. Okay, so you already learned. Yeah, let's go ahead and do Adwin on you. You're fine. No, you are not fine. You do that. Already saved. Let's go. At this point, I can pretty much just keep the Espers that are on Terra, which is a magic Esper, and Edgar, which is a Vigor Esper, just on them for now. Although pretty soon I'm probably going to move that plus Strength Esper over to Celis, so she can also benefit from that Vigor pumping, since I don't have a clear path to high offense later on. We might be stuck with just single swinging. So I want to make sure they can both hit hard. Probably after this, I'll switch it over and let her sort of take some of that, including maybe even the experience sake. Unless I happen to find an Atmo weapon, in which case we just keep everything on Edgar the whole time. Let him swing straight 9s later. No saving necessary because I literally don't think it's possible for me to die. I suppose if I get like Wombo Combo, Launcher into Diffuser or something, it's possible, but still highly unlikely. Yeah, definitely don't care. This is only thing that he could do to piss me off is North Cross me. But the main thing that we're gonna do here, we're not even gonna use Ultima. We're just gonna get him into phase 2. And then we just crack some fire rods in his face. I actually kind of thought he would already be there, but he's not. I didn't want to do an Ultima because it's slow. Fire rod will be much faster. He's definitely phase. Oh, yeah. Considering the experience sake that Edgar has, that was like 17,000 damage in one attack. Alright, we're hoping for an Esper. Beautiful. Cure 3 we want. Absolutely. So we're making out like a bandit in the seed right now. We still have Welk that's really fast. We still have front 2 Magitech that's really fast. We still have a peak in Mobliz. So if all else fails, we still have a way to hopefully get up to 9 espers pretty quickly. Now skip is just not happening. At this point in the seed, skip is not happening in any possible way. These absorb bolt, I think. You know, I have rods. I'm just going to crack fire rods and hope they don't absorb it. Cool. He just dies. Or not. There's our Cure 3. I think I might actually pass that Esper over real quick to Terra. Well, not Terra. Someone else. Who cares? Let's do it. On you? Yeah. I already forgot what it was. Was it Shoat? Yeah. Just a little bit of backup curatives. Okay. This is just double attack. So, Edgar. You. And he should be dead. Not quite. Then we have a Bolt 2 for him, and that'll finish it. Since he got his attack first, I should have just waited for Edgar to get a turn, but it's too late now. And character. Sad, sad. Alright, let's take a gamble on getting 2 Espers and Magitech. We need 2 Espers, and these are both going to be character Esper only checks, so it just makes sense. I don't really need a save, but I am just going to top that off a little bit. Again, all the instant death enemies are gone. No bosses threaten me anymore. Even in the tower, any of these characters could kill any of the bosses in the game and not really even flinch. And I have no intentions of actually finishing this place. The last check is way too long. But these front 2, they're back-to-back. Esper item only. So there's a good chance we get at least 1 Esper out of these 2. Have I been trolled by only getting, like, double items? Yes. It's just unlikely. This is where we can crack the rest of our rods. Now, Edgar's got an Illumina, which means that Pearl could heal him, so I want to do as much damage as possible up front, and then I could finish it with Edgar. So this should finish him. Making sure he died there just means that I don't have to worry about that Pearl proc. Because if I attacked with him first and he did 9,000 damage, then healed him for 9,000 damage, we just wasted a ton of time. Watched a Pearl proc for no reason. Okay, there's 1. I'm going to do a quick peek on it. Yeah, sure. I got all the magic I need on her anyway, so she can sit on that for the rest of the seed. And I don't really care about Celis that much. I'm not even going to move the Esper over. I'm just going to let her... She'll be my cure bot, basically. We hope to get an attack first, and I mismenued, so probably not. Ooh, we got lucky. We got lucky. He should have definitely gotten his 4 condemns in. Okay. We don't need to do anything. We just need to go. Just need to go. And it's a very easy setup. My 2 melee attackers are going right. My 2 magic casters are going on the wings. And we'll be done. Okay. You, and you, you, and you. We just fill in the blanks. That way we have Moogle Charm mules. The seed is so strong, there's just nothing that I worry about at all. Especially after killing most of the hard enemies in the game. Poltergeist is still out there, but I really am not afraid of him not even a little. Put a Moogle Charm there. Put a Moogle Charm here. Or not. We have to remember to put that on later, because there's 2 Moogle Charms over here. Hero, do running shoes. Cool. Let's go. Now this is my way of running the Kefka's Tower. I like to put all the Moogle Charms on, get it all set up, and then start from the right. But you can just start from, the left as well. It just requires multiple party switching at the end, and I find this to be a better flow. Gonna save, because I didn't save before I came in. Don't think it'll matter, but, I'm also not fighting any dragons or anything. We didn't get a Genji, we didn't get anything for an offering, so we're going with what we got. I'm gonna hold A, and now he's dead. Not gonna save, because why would I? What's gonna kill me? Nothing. You know what? Actually, there is one thing that could kill me, and it's Martial Ogre. That could do it. Martial Ogre would be pretty bad. There's a possibility that, the Sky Caps would be pretty bad too. The Outsiders could be really bad too, because of the amount of damage they're throwing things to. So Martial is actually pretty scary, come to think of it. Just about all of his friends can cause me a lot of issues. But if I see them, what I would probably do is cheat the system a little bit. And that's kill Marshall and then run. Don't even care about the experience. That is a trick that I was taught a long time ago that I've never had the opportunity to actually use. Whoops, didn't equip the Moogle Charm. Almost got into a fight. I was taught long ago, if you just kill Marshall, which is the one you can't run away from, then you can suddenly run away. And you can get away from the nasty stuff like Ogres and Outsiders or Madams or whatever. I like to set her up on the stairs and then set him up on the stairs, so they're just already there. All just my preference. Everybody's already out of the way of the switches. They're already right there. Now, I mentioned earlier that levels are king when it comes to big weapons. That's why I put my 2 physical attackers on the right side, because that's eventually, with the way that I'm doing this, they're going to be the ones in the middle. They fight more enemies, get more levels. Now, my 2 girls on the wings, they both have Ultima, so I really do not care what I'm going to run into. Everything dies. Well, mostly. Like I said, there's maybe 1 or 2 that could cause me problems. This is just a hold A fight. Except for Gogo. Now, if I was smart, what I would have done here is attack the left one with Celis, and then attack the right one with Edgar. Edgar would have one-shotted it, and then I would have only had to attack 3 total times. It would have been Celis left, Edgar right, Celis left, and we would have won. But I had to wait for more of an ATB there because I was in a rush. Force armor, that's actually not bad. You know what? I don't have my magic casters here, so I'm just gonna attack. I'm not afraid of him, so I'm really not worrying about weight tricking right now. Just basically, you know, hold A. Okay, I do want to go through and equip, make sure we have all the best equipment that we can. I want to do our espers as well. Celis and Terra are my weakest links, so I want them to have any form of Phantom strats, or Calmness Protection, that is. She can actually keep that. He's gonna... No, you know what? Take that off. Experience Egg for Hero. Let's make sure she's equipped. I'm gonna give her the black belt. Okay, let's save. Oh, you know what I almost forgot? Ah, oopsie. Almost forgot those espers I was talking about. But she's a weak link, so we have Phantom. Alright, I can't really do anything with it yet. Somebody else has Phantom. We can have Odin. We'll figure that out later. As long as Terra or Celis has Phantom, I'm happy. Yeah, we're gonna Ultima on this one. It's the only decent spell we have right now. It's a little slow because it's gonna kill the arms. That'll be GG here. Does she have Phantom? Oh, she does. Perfect. Then I don't care anymore. Force armor. Perfect. This guy's just fine. I wish I had some more fire rods. But alas, we're just gonna Ultima. Worst case scenario is a cold dust here. Thankfully we didn't get it. Got one during a race yesterday. Just had to sit here and stare at Tritalk. I got full party North Crossed by Doomed, and then I got cold dusted on my only offense versus Tritalk. Breeze was my nemesis. Still won, but barely. Quick check on gear. Looking good to me. Seraphim, yeah, good enough. Sleeping bag. Off we go. Oh yeah. Okay, 1, 3, 4, 5 is the numbers we're going to pick here. So just like my last run, we're going to be looking at doing Phantom strats for tier 3. At the very least, I have a character that can do 9,999 every single hit. So that makes it far more safe than if I was doing less damage. Means we'll only have to provoke 1 counterattack. And then we can just, you know, quickly Phantom and end it. I don't know if I have any... Excuse me? Okay. I don't know if I have any instant death or mute or any of that stuff, if I'm being quite honest. We'll have a look. Okay, we have Doom. Great. What else do we have? Any mutes? No mutes. Thank God that hit first try. Beautiful. Right, we are just gonna slam some Ultimas around. Just gonna suck a little bit now that that just happened. Did you learn Cure 3? You did. It's probably gonna kill Realm. Didn't. I'll be damned. So from here on, since he's dead, I'm just going to Phantom. Nothing else he can do is going to break Image. Well, Invisible, that is. So I don't have to worry about counterattacks anymore. This is where I really wish I had a way to break damage Cat. But it was not to be. Cool. Still went good. We don't have Mute, but at least we have Doom. Doom and X Zone, so we can just spam that while we're slowly working our way through all of the different targets. Well, you know what? We actually have Ultimas, so we should be just like, slamming Ultimas around and not worrying about it too much. We'll keep Celis on deck for Cure 3. How about that? In case things go, you know, a bit tits up. This is a really good strat that you can do here. Ultimas do a ton of damage, hits everybody. Magic has way higher HP than anybody else. So you're pretty much guaranteed to kill everybody before him, as long as you don't do any extra damage to him. So what I'm going to do is I am going to Phantom. No, I'm not. That would be silly. I'm just going to throw another Ultima out there and deal with it. This should at least kill tools, but it might kill tools and hit at the same time, which would be fine. It did not, so I'm actually gonna just slam this down with her. He's dead. We hope that Celis doesn't die. Apparently I'm still invisible, I just can't see it. Alright, let's take care of him. Okay, quarter is what we don't want to see because of the fact that we don't have mute, so we can't shut him down. But that does mean he's within 10,000, so we just get this Cure 3 going, we slam with Edgar and he dies. We just hope we don't get quartered, because that just weakens us for the start of Tier 3. Okay, cool. Cool. So Edgar is doing guaranteed 9,999, so I don't have to worry about his procs on Girl. So we just don't worry about his procs on Girl at all. We're going to do Ultima, attack with Edgar on Girl. The two Ultimas will do 20,000 damage to sleep. We could use Celis to tap him up a little bit more, up to about 25,000, 26,000 damage. And then we can start thinking about Phantom strats. But we need to get everybody softened up first. So let's start with an attack on girl to kill her. These are going to guaranteed do 9,999 damage each. So he did 1,500 to himself as well. So he's going to be right around 22,000 damage. About 21,500. So we should be okay with Celis as long as she doesn't proc. He's at 24,500. This might push him. If it does, I will Revivify in order to push him back down. So he's at 28,000. That actually worked great. I want to wait for him to attack. And he just did. All right, we're going to swing with Celis. His ATB is empty. There's our counter. We know he is 10,000. He is less than 10,000 now. So I can Phantom. Wait Trick. Since he did that Condemned, I knew his ATB was empty, so we're not going to get double Meteoed. Now one swing, and he dies. Phantom Strats. If I'm not breaking damage cap, I want to 100% make sure he is not going to attack me, that his ATB is empty. I want to be able to provoke that first attack, just accept the Meteo, doesn't matter, and then finish the rest of the process without him ever getting another attack. It requires good weight tricking, so if you don't know how to weight trick, or you're not very good at it, I do not recommend Phantom Strats. If done incorrectly, it will almost, with certainty, get you killed, especially if you are over-queuing your characters. You have to very carefully use all of your abilities. Ultima, Ultima, attack, attack, basically is what we're doing here. Now, I know he can't counter until he's past 30,000, which is why I'm queuing up my characters. So he's at 19,998 right now. 29,997. This will push him past 30, so we're not going to have to worry about Fallen One. And we're just going to do that again. It probably won't be enough to kill, but it'll be close enough. I actually might Cure 3 just to make sure Terra doesn't die. Actually, no, he's going to die here. Right? He dies to that? Correct? Yeah. Nice. That was a good seed. That was a fun one. I mean, Ultima's going to Ultima. That could have gone a lot faster if we had multiple attacks on Edgar. He would have been doing 20,000 without procs. But even without it, you can see, you know, with focused attacks and proper use of Ultima, we used Phantom for Tier 3 and Tier 1 to mitigate a lot of the counterattacks. It all went really good. Nice and safe. I think I cured one time. But all in all, that one went really well. If you guys have any questions, comments, anything like that, go ahead and slam it down in the comments or give me a message on Discord. It's perfectly fine. And I will catch you all in the next one. See ya.